See, that's what it's about right now.
Boomerang Karambit?
Alright. Totally work.
Alright. I'm with you some of the way. Not all the way, but I can see what you're getting at here. I'm also a little bit worried.
It's really hard to envision, right?
Just a little bit. It's alright. Molotov actually invested into an Asmo. No armor here. The shot's just raining in, but Felix, where did he get that shot from? I'm confused. He goes down. That was inside the bomb site, and now it's a 3-on-4. DEMGUNZ doing really well in these pistol rounds. As long as nobody's disconnected, they seem to be doing just fine. It's a 3-on-4 retake for PlanetKey, so that's going to be rough.
This is nigh impossible. Especially with JT taking out Stavros, JT just lighting people up. JT with a quad kill in the pistol round. Thank you, JT. DEMGUNZ have now got a shot. You know, now things are going their way.
So, can we talk a little bit about how Molotovs work in pistol rounds? The way Asmo played this, when you were standing up outside B like this, and you throw a Molotov down into the middle, first of all, the Molotov doesn't cover the full stretch of the middle unless you are like some sort of god that just happens landed in the perfect spot. And even if it does, in a pistol round, most people will be just fine with taking like 20 damage and charging down and killing you with the Glock. So it is really not a great idea. But this scout, though, is absolutely wrecking DEMGUNZ right now. So I'm going to stop talking about the Molotovs. And oh, man, says he misses the shot, but the follow-up from Stavros is there. Still got 13 bullets left, and he almost takes down Bathan. What is going on? This is a madness second round.
I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to say.
I just wanted to talk about Molotovs, and then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, and then it's just like full YOLO everywhere, and somehow PlanetKey are a man up with a scout. They don't have any of the guns, though. That's a shame. If they could just pick up a gun. But Bay is so low.
Yeah, where are them guns, Semmler?
Oh, no, man. They gotta pump the iron first. Right now, they're them pistols.
Them pistols. Oh. Jump.
That's so annoying. That is like one of the most annoying things ever. Jumping scout.
JT, I mean, what could he do at this point in time? Asmo, I was criticizing him, and I think rightly so, for trying to defend middle with a Molotov. I think that's like you have to be a super optimist to try and make that work. Much better to have a smoke and then put the smoke up in the door and try and defend window with everyone inside. But he made up for it in that round with a triple kill, and that's obviously super important for PlanetKey now. Is it going to be a rush for long? They're certainly setting up for it. They're waiting, so it's like a delayed rush. They don't want to get grenaded down once the grenades are out. We've got an AK and a FAMAS here waiting, and they've got armor as well. This could actually get a little bit dangerous.
The rush continues, but there's Flow. Stavros, great shots coming out, actually. Good control, and the pistols, they only end up taking out Stavros, so not a bad round at all here for PlanetKey.
Yeah, and you can see the hesitation in PlanetKey once they realized that the rush was coming, because there is a big decision to make once you're defending this particular corner. Even with 2 or 3 people, you have to decide, do we want to stay and fight, or are we going to fall back to the next corner and to car? And they obviously fell back towards car, so I think maybe like 7 times out of 10, falling back is the smarter choice. I think staying on this corner is such a big risk. You have to just miss a few shots, and all of a sudden, if they jump down in pit, if they have a flashbang and they flash their way into pit, you're covering way too many angles, and it's a big risk. So I like that play.
Oh, great play here so far from PlanetKey. The perfect crossfire. Absolutely perfect crossfire set up and just completely annihilated DEMGUNZ push through mid. What do you have? It's Percy. He's gonna kill himself. Oh.
Did you see that?
Gonna drop down into CT.
I saw that coming as well. I was like, yes, go for it. Don't give them the satisfaction. And I'm seeing a bunch of people screaming Deutschland in the chat. I mean, this wouldn't be like the 7-1 type victory for Germany if they won this one, but still, you know, a good notch up on their record if PlanetKey could take this map. PlanetKey's gonna double team JT, but Percy's there with a good return frag as well, and we are back into a favorable position for DEMGUNZ. Another Molotov raining into the middle, and another terrorist not really caring, just running right through, and that was Percy. The Molotov didn't kill him, but Stavros most certainly did. Felix is gonna flashbang his way into the middle. That's a very wonderful flashbang. And Felix is now going to get that kill. Chuck in the middle. Got to be careful about CT spawn as well. And he's trying to cover everywhere. He's going to pick off Stavros. And it's a 2-on-2. Bathan comes out. Now all on Flow. Walking through the smoke is seldom a good idea. He's going to go down, and DEMGUNZ will pick up the second round for themselves.
But luckily for PlanetKey, they have enough money to be able to bounce back from this situation. So DEMGUNZ, they did the work that they needed to, but that was such an expensive round for them that even now they're not going to be able to get an AWP. Nades will be good enough, but two of their guys, you know, hardly any gear at all to speak of. So this is a double op play from PlanetKey. That's how much stinking money they had. I love this DEMGUNZ though. They go full Deponera it, just running straight out onto B site, no fear.
Not slowing down. Asmo got the 1 kill, but honestly, unless they get a lot of really good kills in, now they should fall back. No more retaking happening. I don't mind that Asmo tried to get that 1 kill in, but you're not going to retake this bomb site 4 on 5 or 4 on 3 like this. It is so difficult, and especially not when one of them is an AWP. I think there's too much on the line here, and if they save, they could still buy next round. If they run in, they won't be able to. And yeah, I definitely saw that coming.
No, I mean, it's definitely got to be one of the harder things to do in this game. Flat out is retaking B site. Even numbers. If you're down a man, just it's not going to happen. There's so many crossfires on that site in particular, and you're running through choke points as well. So even if it's even, it's still rough. Not a great round for PlanetKey, definitely not. That was a perfect round, however, for DEMGUNZ as far as the rush is concerned. And it's not every day, really, that you see teams go for rushes like that, but there was no smoke down initially from PlanetKey to block them up, and DEMGUNZ were able to get a good smoke that actually cut up the site a little bit, that allowed them to pick up the entry frag there on the man who was hiding behind big box on Plateau. So that worked out just perfect for DEMGUNZ.
Very well indeed. Now it's the single AWP on Mantis, and his money's alright. I mean, it's a little bit lower than it would have been, or a lot lower than it would have been otherwise. Felix up on the box here with the 5-7 in hand, just ready and waiting. Could be getting the drop. He's right in front of them. He gets the 1. Oh my god, bathed him on 8 health, surviving. He could be walking right into Asmo, or rather Asmo could be walking up right behind them, but that could have been a devastating double kill for PDK if that would have happened.
Go Asmo! Asmo's right behind them. They have no idea. Well, never mind.
And exactly nothing happens, unfortunately. That's really, really anticlimactic. Flash out as well. Mantis, he's jumping over the smoke. And that's actually a very cool idea, but the big thing is Percy's down in the middle. And are they going to realize they'll kill Percy? Mantis has to get the shot. He's just 1 pixel off, so it is still a 2-on-3 in favor of DEMGUNZ.
And at this point, QK, this time around, Flo and QK not going to be moving anywhere close to this. They're all the way on the other side of the map already. But again, that was... I don't even know. That was really entertaining, at least by Felix. I'm surprised that Asmo... That's just bad luck for Asmo, really, because if he'd been like half a second earlier, Chuck wouldn't have been turned around, and that could have been a free kill for Asmo. Maybe a double as well with how low Bay was. So sometimes that's just the luck of the draw. Asmo, it didn't go his way this time.
Yeah, I think that's about right. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to judge those. I think him getting up behind like that was really, really good positional play. He just didn't get the kill. And if he had found Batham as well on 8 health, you know, 1 bullet would have pretty done it, and it could have been it. So, 4-on-3 now, and PlanetKey can buy once again. But I mean, yeah, the British team is just playing really, really well. It's a pleasure to watch them. They're hitting some good shots. Oh, grenade once in here. That's actually going to be a really good grenade. Look at that. Almost, yeah, a bit over 40 damage to either player. So that's actually a really good investment from 1 grenade.
High impact right there, that's for sure. And no entry quite yet. They did try to clear out mid a little bit, but good positioning there from Asmo. He did get punished behind that flash. DEMGUNZ still no YOLO out of them this time around. They're actually spread out fairly well, just trying to gather up for the push instead. And here you go, flash into the mid doors, and that time it works. Bay catches Asmo out in the middle of nowhere.
Stavros covering the A-bomb site pretty much alone with an M4. I mean, this is one of those situations where QK has to win the battle against Percy down here, and Stavros has to stay alive long enough for QK to come and help him. And probably get some kills in between. Otherwise, this A-bomb site's pretty much lost, and it'll be 5-3 in favor of DEMGUNZ. I think that's very likely at the moment. Stavros waiting. He hasn't heard anyone jumping down, and he's already gone. JT taking a fight here with QK, and will come out on top as well. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that way of holding A at all. Not a big fan. But they were a man down, and they had to make a choice, and that's what they came up with.
essentially, right? It's one of those snap decisions. You just have to do the best you can. Oh boy. For a second there, I was worried. Bay was standing still. Oh, hey, Bay. Surprise. Bay caught me sleeping.
Just running out with the knife out, not really the best idea. But saving these two rifles here is going to be so important for PlanetKey. Yep, not going to allow the one of them there. That's the AWP already gone now. Felix also being stabbed in the back by Percy. So team effort here. Team Ace coming out. DEMGUNZ 5-3 and moving into the 9th round. PlanetKey. They could try and force it up. I mean, they have enough to spread the money thin enough here, but I want to see more from PlanetKey. I'd like to see them try and go just a little bit aggressive somewhere. Like, do a double push up a dark or something like that, or boost someone up on short. Actually, that is what they're doing as well. So, yeah, I think this is the kind of stuff they need right now. Take some control back.
Seriously. Where is it, though? I mean, look at this spread right now. 2-1-2 on both sides, actually. It's pretty funny. And there you go. Double nade right on the Asmo. Hits it perfectly on Bay. So entry frag goes PlanetKey's way. That's already a strong start. They're already rotating flow back to the A side, actually. They're expecting a cap push right now. This is big. DEMGUNZ could actually sneak their way past CT if they can get the smoke down properly.
Yeah, Asmo is there, but Depp is going to get a kill in return now. Flashing out once. Molotov to go up. Try and keep Chuck out. That's a really good use of the Molotov. Really well played on Felix there. That's going to be perfect. Chuck trying to get through because he realizes he has to help Depp here. Now it's a 3-on-1. The bomb is on the outside, and if all they have to do to win this round is group up. As long as they don't push one at a time, there's absolutely nothing that he can do in this 1-on-3 to win it. So timing is just the only question here. If they can count to 3 and all push forward at the same time, that's it. Stavros walking up behind him like that. There's almost nothing you could do if you're on the terrorist side like that. So, or if you're the one left terrorist left. Still some good money on DEMGUNZ. It's going to be a 4-on-5 situation, or 4 versus 5 in score here. Moving into the 10th round. No AWP picked up though on DEMGUNZ, and they had the money.
They had the money for it, yeah. That's surprising. Well, maybe this is why. When in doubt, YOLO.
Oh, a lot of YOLO. Stavros, I think he heard that. He must have heard that. Felix in a great position here, but it's Asmo to pick up the first kill. He's up in the window, getting shot in the face as well. They lose Stavros, and Felix is going to go down. A lot of confusion, and I think maybe Felix being a little bit useless in that particular push, but DEMGUNZ showing us what they're made of here.
I mean, they just continue to barrel forward. It's crazy. Even with the read, PlanetKey just cannot hold off that rush that comes through. It just comes barreling in with a good smoke as well. Bay takes the fight mid. He's not going to get the kill. But this is definitely a bit too late now for PlanetKey. Again, they're going to have to be backing off.
So there are some... I mean, this is the same thing as we saw on Inferno. There are some really weird signs of PlanetKey not communicating properly. And one of them was definitely Stavros hearing them running middle, like from short. And still it seemed like very little happened on the PlanetKey side in terms of moving about. They weren't quick to rotate. They weren't quick to help out. They just kind of didn't see it coming in, even though they had the info to begin with. So now they save an AWP, and they're not going to try and force it up on this one. They're just gonna try and see if they can do it with the one AWP.
Yeah, it's that exist AWP, basically.
Ooh.
Every time I see the one AWP in pistols, I'm always going to think exist. Because he actually had like this one round where he was really successful with it. And it's just etched itself into my memory.
Oh, Flow here, 5-7 in hand. He gets the one, he gets the double, looking for a triple, but not going to get it. So close. Asmo trying to sneak up behind. Not such a bad idea, really, but he gets caught. And now the AWP from Mantis is out of position. That is a very scary situation, and Mantis is gone. So is the AWP. And they could even steal it back, and they will. So, yeah, that looked like a perfect idea for PlanetKey, but they just couldn't get that third kill in.
That was a nice spray control from Bay, actually, up on Cat as well. They lined up for him, sure, but he kept his cool and actually managed to eliminate both players. That could have gone south really quickly. Poor positioning from PlanetKey, really. PlanetKey, man, they're running out of room. This is the problem. We're into the 12th round, and they only have 4 rounds on their CT side dust, too. They definitely need to get something done in the next round. That's why they're ecoing hard here. They could have bought, but instead they decide to eat another round of eco just to make sure that they have everything they need to really put up a fight.
Oh, Stavros making too much noise in the middle here. They have not hurt him. What's going on? If Mantis gets this kill on JT, he will. That's the bomb now controlled. Unfortunately, Stavros went down, and They could have been doubling up on that bomb. Nice shot from Felix. Gets one. He realizes Bay is there as well, but he's not going to get him. Percy very low on health, and it's turned into a one-on-one. And they know where Batham is as well. They obviously know where Mantis is, but this is still pretty good for Mantis, considering it's an eco round. If he gets this kill in on Bay, that's going to be big.
Dude, this would be huge. He got a pistol kill and then 2 kills that he should have never got with that AK. Mantis is having a huge round right now. Camping this bomb as well. Man, Bay, all the pressure on him. He's got 40 seconds. He decides to try and push through. He's going to spot him out, but Mantis gets it done. Quad kill for Mantis. Single-handedly saves PlanetKey.
Yeah, and that was... I don't know. I mean, they had controller short and all the way up like this. They just had the one problem is that the bomb was back here, and JT was sent back finding it, and he ran into Mantis, gave up the rifle, and it spiraled out of control. That's a bit of a mistake on DEMGUNZ, unfortunately, and it just cost them a round. But they are still really far ahead. I think DEMGUNZ are going to be perfectly fine. Even if they stay at 7 rounds, I'll still think they're going to win this map overall.
Well, let's see. I mean, nice flash, but unfortunately Mantis gets flashed as well, and no heroics from him this time. He gets shut down by Def and Bay. Stavros, though, comes back, takes out JT. Both guys on long, kind of getting caught out in the open. Bay just hunting, looking to make up for last round.
Oh, grenade. Oh, Molotov up here. It's not going to kill anybody. And that's going to be Asmo now in a 1-on-4 PlanetKey. Look at how little health is on Chuck and Percy up there. They could have both gone down, and that would have been good. But as it were, PlanetKey decided to fight in the T-crossing that's going on right here, where they can get shot from both short and long, and that's exactly what they got. So they sort of positioned themselves in a place where they had like maximum exposure from all angles, and that's not cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not cool. It's not really effective. It's more like a painful experience for PlanetKey, seeing as how they just won an eco round, and now they're in position to lose a buy round, a full buy round.
Yeah.
It's not looking too hot right now for the German team. It really isn't.
They're just playing very, very odd Counter-Strike at the moment. They really are. They were in Inferno too. I mean, like I said, I spoke to As when he said they hadn't been pracking much. DEMGUNZ said the same thing. You know, Chuck said we haven't really been playing much as a team. But I'd say right now it shows a lot more on PlanetKey.
It's that individual matchmaking prac, man.
Probably.
Because, you know, matchmaking, it's all about YOLO B.
Well, there is the orb up on Mantis. See if that is going to make a big difference right now. He's covering long and should be able to do it a lot better than he has with the rifle. They've got one guy down middle, and then Stavros is kind of up towards the A-bomb site. So they have a pretty good defense in the middle, or they should have, between Felix, Asmo, and Flo here.
Very nice Semmler nade there, Bay. Still very spread out right now for PlanetKey, though. At least they have a buy. Limited nades, though. No more smokes to try and stop the push. With a minute left, that gives DEMGUNZ a lot of room for movement. It's looking like it's going to be an A-split, though, eventually. The bomb has moved up Cat. They still have a man lurking in Longhouse.
Felix with an exceedingly weird Molotov in the middle. But you're right, it is looking like that kind of push. Stavros here is in a funny position, right? This is one that you don't routinely check, so you could get caught off guard here. He's just going to have to duck up at the right time. Spots out depth, keeps pushing up. Percy is going to survive, and that's a big hit now. Down on long. Mans is going to get shot on the side as well. Flo, he's going to get a kill, but it really won't matter. Again, they're going to have to run. I don't know. PlanetKey, just that they are really not impressing me right now. They're just not holding anything.
It's a struggle, man. The struggle is real.
Is there any place on the map right now where we could say PlanetKey have like a good defense going there? They're holding it solid?
Not really. It doesn't really feel like it. A site is not working. I mean, it's also just DEMGUNZ are kind of every time they take the fight, they're taking it in pairs, right? They're going as a group. Apart from Bay, who was the lurker this round, he was kind of just floating around mid doors. Otherwise, DEMGUNZ are just kind of running around as a group, 3-4 rifles. So that's kind of hard for PlanetKey to deal with as well, just because they peek out, maybe they get one guy, but then it's just the instant trade, and DEMGUNZ keep the momentum and just keep pushing. So it's really hard for PlanetKey to deal with that as well, with that kind of style. It's like the matchmaking style. Just straight run, no fear, don't block. Percy, don't slow down, good man. Just straight out. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Just run out onto long. If anybody was here from PlanetKey, maybe they get one of them, but it would just be like act of God if they could get more.
Yeah, but this setup that they have here is, I think, is a superior one to the one that they've been fiddling around with before, where they kind of hold A and short, and then they're much more tight right now. Mantis should be able to stay alive. Maybe he can peek and get some information, but as long as he stays alive, Stavros are quarrying crossing. It was nice, spotted a bunch of people, and it's a great headshot on depth. Now Stavros is going to get flashed in. Not quite yet. Flash up on short, and Stavros is close to the crossing. He's going to go down. And where's the backup coming? Felix is next. The 5-7 doing some good work. Mantis going to run out with the FAMAS. Not going to get that kill, but they do kill JT top of mid, leaving them in a 2-on-2, which is, I mean, this is one of the better defenses that we've seen so far from PlanetKey.
They've certainly made DEMGUNZ work for it, but DEMGUNZ still getting the plant. And just in time, what? Whoa!
Whoa.
Takes out Percy. That was uncharacteristic of Percy. He's been the point man so far for DEMGUNZ, at least on the first map. Not expecting him to miss that shot on Flow. That was a freebie.
Chuck taking one. Looking for Asmo here. This last round's so important for PlanetKey. They need it much more than DEMGUNZ do, and it's not going to happen. Chuck will take them out 10-5 for the first half, and PlanetKey look like a team that need massive, massive work right now. There's a lot that goes wrong on both sides for them. At least on Inferno we saw it, and maybe they play a better T side. They did pick this map somewhere, and I don't think they picked it for their CT side. Let me put it like that.
Yeah, that's what you have to wonder at this point, because PlanetKey, man, feels like they were able to eke out a win on Inferno, but they just got railroaded. It doesn't feel like we're watching Dust 2 right now. It feels like most of the time on Dust 2 we're seeing teams come out ahead on CT side, or at least keeping it much closer, like 9-6, 8-7, without struggling too much. To see DEMGUNZ just rack up 10 rounds on their T side is impressive. PlanetKey though, man, PlanetKey, do they have the same no fear approach, right? Can they put away the fear and just go fully commit to the rush, excuse me.
Go all in? I don't know. I think at the very least, as a sort of minimum, this requires a pistol round win from PlanetKey. And then they pretty need to win the 5th round as well. But Percy's already getting kills on them. He does drop down to 6 health, but that's still better than 0 health, which is what Asmo's on. JT, Soul Defender on short, and depth is up here. And again, this kind of setup, like covering long is not at all easy. Especially not if you're alone. So if you want to really hold long, you usually have to commit a few people to it, or you have to have a person who's like a specialist at holding pit. Those do exist. Like there are some people that are very good at it. But otherwise, you got to have a few members down there. And if you can't have that, then why not just, cover A and short? It's so much safer
mid.
in a way.
They're expecting a very common play, which is also the B split on pistol. And so they've got 2 guys there to crossfire from B slope CT. One guy pushed up on short who's going to be able to rotate very quickly, as we can see now. They lose Percy, who is holding on plateau, but there's still Bay trying to keep them from crossing. He does some damage, but he doesn't get the kill.
Oh, up a dark flow, taking a fight with JT, and he comes out. That's really important. Bomb does go down, but I'm not sure they can hold it. The smoke goes off again here. And Mantis inside gets only the 1, and now Flo is in a very tough position here. 7 bullets left. They're double teaming him to try and get him down. He's just barely going to survive it. How can they not defuse this? It's only just gone down. There's plenty of time for them to make it work, and they're already on it. So DEMGUNZ are going to win the pistol round, and that will be a very big step towards winning it. Yeah, there were a couple of things that were weird about this particular round from PlanetKey, which is once they were inside, they put the smoke off towards double doors, but Mantis actually had a second smoke. And he re-smoked the door, which could have been their plan, but he could have smoked window, and they could have stayed inside the bomb site, and maybe it would have been slightly safer, but that never happened.
Try to buy time with it, yeah. I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a number of ways, but at the end of the day, DEMGUNZ were just able to run and gun together, right? And they landed the shots, whereas PlanetKey definitely looked like they were struggling a bit with it. So, with just landing those key kills, it's not really happening for the Germans. And right now, well, off of the plant, at least there's one thing, they did manage to get a plant in the pistol. They didn't just get shut out, so they still have a shot at it.
Oh, how is Percy still alive? How is he not dead? They're just not able to reach him. And maybe they won't. Stavros going to be the only one left. That was very cool. Mantis was so close to Percy. As soon as he fired the scout, he was on him. The only reason he didn't die is because Depp was there to cover it. I think Chuck helping out a fair bit too. So, no, it was actually Chuck. Sorry, not Depp. It was Chuck helping out from CT spawn, and Chuck's gonna find the last kill to make it a quad. He's top fragging at 16 currently, and it's 12 and 5. And PlanetKey are gonna be able to buy here, but now it would be quite an impressive comeback, I'd say, if they can win this.
Absolutely. Like this is all now PlanetKey, one round at a time. Let's see some of that magic. Flo is the only guy who's really doing big damage on their team. Percy with the scout taking the battle versus the op. What?
I don't know.
Right. That was a wallbang headshot right there, Anders. I don't know if you're following Percy, but that was pretty sick.
Yeah. I don't quite know what to say. That's really not supposed to happen. But, ooh, Felix taking it back. That's what they need. Return frags, and a lot of them. Percy is jump scouting in the middle, and this is a very viable strategy. He could just hit a straight headshot or even a body shot on somebody here. He's going to spot one person, and they'll decide to fall back. They don't even want to fight that scout anymore.
No, they don't want to have anything to do with it. They've seen what it can do. The power. They don't want to try and control it. Although there is a cross here. Chuck holding a car. He could have the angle. This is almost where you want to see that scout. Could be doing some good damage, but instead he's going to have to fall back and play this very carefully. Just peek out. Good flash there to try and give an opportunity, but he's not able to connect with the kill.
He has to fall back as well. They need to retake full on instead of dying one at a time up in the site. And it's going to be a plan for short, and Starburst and Flo are going to try and cover it. So this is a really, really good idea, I think, from PlanetKey. And there's almost no grenades from DEMGUNZ to retake either. So, I mean, how are they going to get short control back? It's going to have to be a raw brute force coming in here from Percy and Batham. Already an AWP shot going in there. CSAT going down. They get the one. Percy gets another one. And now it's a one-on-one. Asmo versus Percy. The one guy that seems to be able to save DEMGUNZ, but not this time. Asmo will win it, and they can still buy on the CT side if they really want to, but PlanetKey, I mean, they saved themselves a little bit there. Just a little bit.
God, that was really good work with from Asmo as well, actually. A triple kill with him. Holding that AWP, good positioning at the end. I'm really surprised that DEMGUNZ were able to get through the cat defense, because it's not like particularly clever, but it's a tough way to hold cat, because you have overlapping fields. You have one guy on top, one guy below, hiding behind the stairs. It's really tough to land the shots there. So DEMGUNZ, I mean, them being able to clear that up was big, but Asmo wasn't, you weren't going to mess with him that round.
No hesitation at all. JT running right into Mantis. We'll be able to take him down. Should be called out that there's someone up on short, but JT doesn't want to push it. He's just going to pick up the Galil and run away while Percy is fighting in the middle still. Some good damage has been dished out to both Flo and Felix here, so it's not for nothing. But it should still be a very winnable round for PlanetKey, and in their minds, it should preferably be one where they don't end up losing a bunch of members either. That would be catastrophic.
Indeed. Indeed, they need to just try and stabilize their money. Every round right now, they need to be able to buy up fully and make sure that everybody's equipped. Regardless of whether DEMGUNZ are ecoing, going for a buy, going for a force, PlanetKey need to have the equipment, because it's still a long journey ahead of them. They need 10 rounds right now. That's... okay.
And they run into Batham. 30 seconds left, and, well, it's going to be just Batham left here. 1-on-2. He's got the deagle in hand, and they're trying to get him, and Starburst will pick up the kill. And that is still a super expensive round for PlanetKey, but they do win it. Looked like they were going to get out-deagled. Then now Percy picking up an AWP.
That was some sick deagle action, though, man. Seriously, 2 calm clicks. Headshot, headshot. It's not every day you see the deagle be that effective. Really impressed with Bay's play so far. He's doing a great job as a stand-in for DEMGUNZ. And Percy's gonna win versus Asmo at mid. The duel, man. That legendary optimal, and Percy once again delivers for his team.
Yeah, it just seems like in almost any 1v1 duel, the DEMGUNZ player is just coming out on top. So PlanetKey have to come up with something else, because fighting the aim fight is definitely not a viable strategy, I think. This grenade from JT, is it going to work? Oh, a little bit too far, that's a shame. Flash into the middle, Chuck with basically a free kill on Felix there, and then the smoke up to follow. So, very simple, very basic stuff coming out right now for DEMGUNZ. They're not doing anything super elaborate, but it's working so well.
Yeah. Very safe play. You know, peek behind flashes, peek behind smokes, hold different angles, just Textbook play actually coming out from DEMGUNZ. They aren't really taking any risks either with aggressive pushes anywhere, like trying to push up mid or into upper dark. They're just literally waiting for PlanetKey to walk in because they feel confident that they can win the duels when it happens, when the time comes. Just like that, Def, double kill, and he's still alive, and he's got the help of Chuck as well to make sure that Long can't get pushed. Flow just gets obliterated. Like, this is all looking, this is confidence now from DEMGUNZ. Their ability to just sit there and be like, we'll play passive, not a problem, because when the time comes and you guys have to come around that corner, we're going to win the fights.
It feels to me like they've been playing confident since round 1, pretty much. And it feels to me like PlanetKey have been playing really timidly and scared since round 1 as well. And it almost hasn't changed. I think it changed in like the last 3 rounds on Inferno when they were really winning. And then it completely disappeared on Dust 2 again. They're back to their usual selves, it seems. Which is not a good thing. Oh, Felix trying for depth here. Could have probably landed one more bullet, but not quite going to happen. And now Mantis out in the middle. Percy going to put an end to that. And it's all on Asmo. They could have got another 2 kills, and they still might here. This is important. I mean, if anything else, PlanetKey, if they want to make this comeback work, they're going to have to start winning rounds in the next run and force a bunch of ecos on the British side. It's kind of now or never. Otherwise, we're going to go straight to overpass.
Yeah, it's looking like overpass right now, pretty much. Pretty much. Because this is still, it's also just, Dust 2 can have that component. It's a map where you can just feel incredibly frustrated, like nothing's working for you. On your T side, right? You can get just shut out, it seems, these days. Teams are getting so good at playing CT Dust 2. It's really tough for T side. If you don't get that strong start, if you don't manage to wreck the CT economy early, to get momentum later on in the half is really tough. PlanetKey right now, it's that key word that you're saying, you know, playing scared. If you start playing scared on Dust 2, you're going to get wrecked.
Yeah, it takes a measure of confidence. Got to walk in, see if you can't just get a running AK headshot somewhere or anything really. Or, you know, use some of these simple tricks that we've been sort of congratulating DEMGUNZ for showing up with. One guy flashes in, another guy peeks. It's down to the basics as well. Oh, the tower in the middle. They get a leg shot in on Mantis, but there's a guy close, and that's Felix. Smoke off towards CT spawn. Can they get the opening? Chuck is very nearly dead, but he's going to get flashed in by a teammate to try and make it out, and he's going to survive. Up in the B-bomb site, though. Batham very close to the wall here. He's going to try and spray it down, but he only gets the 1 kill in, and Felix runs back and still gets a kill on Chuck there. That's very important. Now, if they fight now, I think that's like a sign that PlanetKey really almost don't want to win here. Because you're 2-on-3 in B, you just have to wait.
Exactly. Felix played it well there, just backing off. Good read by JT, and the flash as well. Dead on. Asmo, he will not get the job done. Def is there to save the day. That 1 for 2. That worked out perfectly, though. Gotta say, though, JT did some fantastic work taking point going into that site. Not every day you can actually see the man walk in, pick up that first frag, but then be able to pick up the second frag. The man holding a car, it's always so hard to get that kill because he's going to get the drop on you if you come pushing through that window. So huge round from JT. Absolutely.
And also, just aided by the fact that the one German player that was close to the window stood in the Molotov for a while before he sort of moved out. So that was, I don't know, that was still very, very cool. Good retake coming in from DEMGUNZ, and that's not easy to do in a 4-on-5, oh, sorry, in a 2-on-3 like that. Definitely not. The PlanetKey just, they're not showing us much right now.
They're getting beaten up, man.
I think,
like right now, it's full Brit, ruffian, hooligans, you know. They got the steel-toed boots. PlanetKey are just writhing on the ground, and they're getting stomped.
Yeah, I think that's a very accurate description. Finally, Felix coming up here with a good entry frag. We need to see a lot more of that. They're going to be pushing in here, taking a fight against Depp, but he's going to win against both of them. Stavros wants to help out from the pit, but he's sort of hoping that someone's going to peek him so he can even it up into a 2-on-3 at least. Instead, he gets tagged in the face, and he's going to go down. No chance at all. 16-7 victory for DEMGUNZ. Completely convincing, in my opinion. No